In this video, I'll quickly run you through the equipment I use for piping buttercream, from bowls to paper towel. So this is what one batch of the buttercream looks like in a Tupperware box. So you've got that ready to go. Now I like to work with bowls that have lids because I can quickly mix up my buttercream, and if I need to cover it over, there's no messing around with cling film. It saves on the waste too, so they're really efficient. If you've got any colour left over, just bung the lid on and put it straight in the fridge. They're nice and cheap in the factory shop, and they come in all sorts of sizes. You'll need a spatula or two for mixing the buttercream. I like to use slim ones because they're handy for putting the buttercream further down the piping bag, and I can easily gauge exactly how much I'm putting in. Now, I've only recently bought these offset palette knives. They are handy for lining the bag if you want to two-tone the colour. They come in different shapes and sizes too, but for the most part I use a normal knife and that does the job just fine. The piping bags I like to use are these Elork ones from Amazon. They've got a nice grip on them and they're quite flexible. They can burst on you at times, but they all do that. They don't have a seam along the edges here. You can get these ones, which are very strong, but they have this seam along the edge. So when you put the piping tip in the bag and you're piping, this seam can brush against all the petals you've just done and ruin them. So for that reason, I like to avoid using these bags, and I stick to these ones. Have a vessel to put your piping bag over. I use this old plastic beaker. It's nice and tall so the tip doesn't touch the bottom. So when you've put your tip in the bag, you fold it over the beaker, and then you've got both hands free for adding the buttercream. And because it's plastic, it doesn't break when I knock it over. A packet of baby wipes is always handy if you get buttercream on your hands, but you will absolutely need paper towel. So it's essential to keep your piping tips clean at all times.